I would like to call this meeting to order our regular board meeting agenda. November 16th, 2023 at 10:04 a.m. And I'd like to welcome public and guests. Does anybody here want to address the board? Okay, I see none. And does anybody here have a conflict with the needs of the disclosed on the board agenda? Okay. Okay, our approval of common consents items.
The minutes of the regular board meeting held October 19th, 2023. General expenses for October 9th to November 5th, 2023. General expenses $720,092.71. Science Bank bond payment of $279,075. $75 and
No,
$752 and 5 cents.
I'll second it.
been motion and second.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, let's look at our department report. Clint, we're gonna start with you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. A couple of things, you've got the GM report in your document or your packet. I'll just highlight a couple things. You know, we recently finished the irrigation season. We shut down the secondary water system. We've already started winterizing the system, and they've had to rebuild some of the intake structure screening underneath the screen, the rotating drum screen. They've rebuilt that.
The slide gate, it had a steel slide gate on it before, so we had a new stainless steel, replacing all the redwood from the slide gate for the drum screen.
That was part of, after we pulled the whole thing out. You remember last year, we had some water quality issues during a short period of that time. The redwood boards had finally,
How long have they lasted?
it's been,
About 8 years, around 8 years.
so, we're gonna go with a different option, see if we'll get a longer life out of it.
What kind of material?
Stainless,
Yeah, we used to.
Oh, the stainless.
Yeah,
go with the stainless.
Should last a long time.
yeah.
Yeah, and then the final, there's the Amiot filters, they're brush filters and a drum screen inside the Amiots. We're adding the last one. So at the start of the season, this pump station and filter system will be built out
Yep.
for the canal. But of course, you know, we will need to get through this season and part of the next one, but reuse will be
Be
the
able to-
primary source, and this will serve more as a supplemental. So,
Yeah, like on the
so we
third-
feel we're in good shape there.
Will we need it at all?
Yeah, there's gonna be probably times.
Depending on the summer, how hot it is?
Yeah,
Depending on the, like you say, all the nuts and bolts that we get out of the reuse, if we have any problems, we have a backup, so we can have.
I hope we get some people on the system once they find
yeah,
out how to
we'll,
reuse.
I think it'll be the right time to make a big push for that, once we have better water quality.
Air quality water.
I will also note that we did meet with Division of Water Rights. There was some legislation that had been put through, as you know, regarding the Great Salt Lake and no new reuse projects. There was a little bit, you know, we went and testified at the legislature, and they changed the way that the legislation was written to make sure it wouldn't impact us, but there was still this question hanging out there if Division of Water Rights considered our existing reuse right that had been approved as approved still. And we met with them and they confirmed that we're in good shape. We didn't need to do anything else with the Division of Water Rights. So just wanted to report to the board, that's a positive finding.
Yes, it is.
How much water do you think, initially when we start up, what will we be using out of our reuse?
During peak summer, it'll be the full amount out of the plant.
Like, how much a day do we push out of the plant?
It could vary, maybe upwards of 2 million gallons a day.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 to 3 MGD maybe at the peak. So you can see there might be, the advantage is we do have reservoir storage, so we can run that during non-peak times to fill the reservoirs back up. But,
That's cool.
yeah,
That's gonna be way good.
yeah. Okay, I also wanted to highlight the final batch. Leisle went out to UCI, who are scanning our documents. They're nearly done. They had some questions on a couple of the boxes. She went out to their facility. She was really impressed with how they were doing it out there. And she answered some questions, and they're able to finish up, we anticipate, before the end of the year.
Wow.
And so she's gonna move forward on our last bit of cleaning and that needs to be done, organization down there, coordinating with Trevor in December when she gets back from vacation. So we're excited. We think we'll be ready for the basement additions in terms of the furnishings at the first of the year.
Awesome.
So that's my report, unless the board had any questions.
Thanks, Clint. Okay, let's do engineering report.
Yeah, thanks, Chairman and Board. So, some things to note on here. I didn't have this highlighted, but the second bullet there, the Zone 3 secondary and culinary pump station project, just one thing to note on that. That was Newman Construction. We're kind of at the point now with them where we're finalizing the final payment. So there'll be some balancing of the pay items and some change order, but we do anticipate that there'll be an increase in cost overall by about, what did we have, 3% or so? So, but we'll want to bring that back, future board meeting, either there's some discussion on here, one on the 5th or the regular meeting on the
Well,
15th.
the amendments, the changes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. With the reuse project, we actually poured yesterday before the rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it all went great. So that was the filter bay walls, all the walls are done. Now the next pour will be the deck, and that will probably happen in a couple weeks. As Clint mentioned, with the basement, we've got a couple things there. I'm gonna pull up just so you can kind of see, when we started this, we got pricing from a couple different places, and they were pretty comparable to each other, and that led us to just kind of then looking at what was available from these companies. So we don't have an agenda item, and we were thinking that with this being under 50,000, that we, if the board is okay, we could ratify it at the future meeting, but kind of get moving forward with SHI on ordering some of this. But this one's specific to the basement.
Did they say how long it'll take for us to get the stuff?
It is, what did they say, around, could be up to like a 6 to 8 week lead time on some things, so. And we still, to be completely honest, need to nail down colors.
Nail down what?
On certain
Color.
things,
Color.
colors.
Fabric color.
Yeah, so this one is specific to the basement, so the estimate for all the basement furniture is 18,000. That includes this 3-way desk, the large table here, all the chairs, a plan table, couple of bookshelves.
So let me ask you a question on that, design for your guys' engineers or whatever for the table.
Yeah.
Is the 3 space gonna actually be enough?
So that would be for the foreseeable, I would say pretty long-term future.
Okay,
We're
but,
talking 2 inspectors and an additional engineer.
That looks pretty good.
okay, no, I'm just saying, cause down the road, I mean, what's the charge if you did a 4 space, you know, I'm just saying, you gotta look down the road, because if you go back and redo it, then it comes with a heavy cost. So, if you're saying it ain't gonna be in my lifetime, then I'm okay with it.
We can't see it.
I would, yeah, it's closer to a 10-year.
So that's your yellow chairs?
Yeah.
It would be,
Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, that might go, like I said, that probably go good down there because it'll brighten it up down there.
Yeah.
I think,
Well, no, you don't like this.
yeah, no, I do. I like it, yeah.
I think the yellow looks better than the blue.
Shoot
So do
for
I.
blue and yellows in the basement.
Cypress High colors, huh?
Yeah,
But that's kind of the layout. And yeah, I do
Okay.
think the three desks will get
Okay.
us beyond 5 years.
Okay,
and-
awesome.
And things.
That looks good.
And so that's the one room there.
yeah, I like the setup.
And then the file room, which is the one kind of by the restrooms.
Right.
That the study room?
This is the study/file room. We'll start off with 2 bookshelves. Those can be, we could add another one if we need
Yeah.
to.
Are we gonna put
And
a
then
computer in
some
there?
planned, kind of,
Are we gonna put a computer in there for,
yeah, we'll get
Review
a
and
desktop here with screen.
So could we take that computer from upstairs in Leal's office, that desk, and take that all downstairs?
Yeah, we planned on
Portions of that
reusing
we'll
a-
take down there. Yeah.
Okay,
So this will be a good setup for anyone who needs to take one of the online exams, which the wastewater is all going online. Do any studying, things like that.
is that going in that one room?
Yes.
Okay,
across from the bathroom?
from the bathroom, okay.
So
Right on, that looks good.
I think that gets our basement in good shape. And then I'll just show you some things for upstairs that we have. So these are some chairs. This is the board, like the Bella chair and the Soul chair. This is for the staff office desks. So up front in all of our offices.
And that replaced these ones too, right, with the same?
Different chair in the boardroom than the Soul.
Have you got it
Show
on
you
there?
that. The Bella would be the one that's like in the basement at the conference table, couple in the aisles.
Is that the one that's gonna go in your office too, or what?
There's options for either having this one or,
one of those.
we're kind of recommending one of these. Well, the Jenny, which is the one that's in there, you'll see it.
Is that the yellow one now? Okay,
You guys will see that if you haven't yet.
Okay. I
And that
haven't seen
Jenny
the-
comes in a little bit wider option
okay.
than just the one that's in there, like I don't know, an extra 4 inches or so.
What's the advantage with the Bella? Just the rollers on the bottom, or?
It's more of a, like it would be these ones if you didn't have rollers, or a chair around a table.
Conference table.
They are comfortable, and we do have a couple out here.
Yeah, they
that
are.
You could sit in,
Mhm.
and I don't think Clint's opposed to them.
No,
It just depends on what. the
your
board
preference.
Wants to sit around during a closed.
Yeah,
We could do either of these
look good.
chairs, I believe. They would be great.
Well, the question I have, like, the ones up on top,
Yeah.
are they kind of big and bulky for that space in there where his office is at? You know what I'm saying?
They're way smaller than those.
Okay.
Those-
Current ones.
Okay, okay,
Those
oh, yeah.
sofa-looking
Yeah,
things.
them ones we got, them Keen Hut chairs, yeah.
Yeah,
Way
and
big.
this Jenny one is just more of a, I guess, a little more, I don't know how you say it, elegant.
A little more
Not, maybe not elegant, but sophisticated
Man,
than this one that has rolling wheels and things, so. But like I said, Clint doesn't mind either. It's a matter of function.
Does the one with the roller wheels, it looks like those arms lift up maybe, the Bella,
A slide has an arm on it, but
They might have a little adjustment,
so you can slide them into the table farther maybe?
I think it's just up and down.
so. But it is a comfortable chair and you can sit in one.
okay.
So that would be chairs upstairs. This is another kind of ask, if the board is, approves of it, we can, either we can have an agenda item at a future board meeting, but we could also work with SHI and ratify that, or we can wait.
Well, honestly, I think we've waited long enough. I think if we're gonna do it, we need to get them ordered, get the color picked, get them ordered, and let's get going, because we've it's been 60 days, I think, since we've,
Yeah, and these chairs are past the end of their life, and they're starting to, you're seeing the wear.
Yeah. Okay, so the office chairs and table, and this also includes the table for Clint's office.
okay?
All right, is 10,300. So that's a total of around $28,000 for everything in the basement and all the chairs,
Oh, that's not bad.
table in Clint's office. So included one last thing in this, and that is this boardroom table. We don't recommend, adding this in, but I just wanted to show.
You know what, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm just speaking out for myself right now. I'm totally fine just leaving this table alone because the cost. There's other things that
And I
we need to
think-
take care of, and I just would soon take,
Not totally ready to make
well,
the jump.
but I'm only third. I'm gonna let these guys see if they have any discussions, if they want to move forth on this table. For here, we can.
Was our cost?
The cost is, isn't it?
If I don't have it, I can grab it. It was around 7,000 for this version of a table, which is a 30-inch. It's a little bit shallower by 6 inches.
Okay, so I think if that's the direction the board wanted to go in that, there is a piece, the board that I sit on at Jordan Valley Water, they have, where you're not got your knee into the deal, so you can set two people, like, see right there, you can't, there's no corner.
No corner.
There's no corner, you
not a
could put,
rounded corner.
yeah, you could put two people there if it was a rounded edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this, what they're able to provide is just square
Okay.
tables. It's not a custom build in the same way as
Okay.
this, but it would have the little things.
So
on
are we
the front.
saying that we can't find anybody that could add on to this table?
No, these guys have actually got a hold of the manufacturer of this, and they said, we won't build a custom piece.
But what about a section? What about,
We wouldn't get the match on the wood, because that is proprietary to the company that built it.
Oh, we could live with that outmatch. Yeah.
We could
How
get
much do we
something
wanna add?
close, or like a different color.
we want to add
I'm
four
sure.
more, we want to add four more.
2 and 2.
Well, we want to add four going down there to that side. Will be, as you can see, one side will be longer than the other.
Oh,
That way
yeah.
you have all your management team and everybody on one side.
So, we're not really recommending this, just wanted to show you that
What
this
do
is the
you,
option they have.
what do you want to do?
I wish we could find somebody to add on this one. I hate to.
I know we got a lot of money sitting here to just,
Well, I mean,
We could definitely have a different, if the board doesn't oppose like a gray or something, we
I
could
wouldn't.
modify. You just wouldn't go with the same color, you'd have to go something that's clearly
So I have a
different.
question, and I know when you start getting in redesign, it all costs money, and I get that part too. What would it cost us to have this top relaminated in the color?
We could find that out,
I mean,
yeah.
we could find that out.
to add that on because I hate to sit there and, because I got thinking, we got a lot of money sitting here.
The other thing we could do that just, I mean, comes to mind is you could do a table that's its own separate piece. You could move it to the middle if you needed it there, and, or you could move it, but it matches the dimensions.
We could have them, we could get one of these tables, you know, sections that's a 2-seat that could just be there, or, you know,
Okay, I mean,
that's an option too.
what do you guys want to do?
What was the last one?
It's at,
Get one of these sections
Oh, a section.
that would be a 2-seater. It wouldn't be the exact match,
Yeah.
but it would be fairly close. And
Get us what it looks like and then we'll just approve
We can
that.
get a tabletop sample and we can just compare it
that
against this.
material, yeah.
'Cause that
Look
looked
at
too-
it.
We can
that
bring
looks
that
pretty
back.
close.
but
Bring
there's
that back.
nobody in the valley that,
I just don't like to lose the rounded corner. It's-
yeah, I don't
Well, I
either.
think you could get a countertop company at minimum.
Yeah, like we did in the back of the office.
Chris and Dick's at,
Yeah.
somebody. Even, I'm just saying, at the worst case,
Bedrock or somebody
worst
should.
case, you could go with somebody that just does the
Our,
laminated.
there's a company called Artistic Countertops. They do nice stuff.
Oh, Bedrock, they do.
Or
This is-
Bedrock.
This is really a nice table.
Yeah.
It is.
We could add on to it.
So could we, I'm just, as I'm sitting here, we're just going, like right here, this is cramped. I mean,
It's not bad.
Let us, how about we bring about a couple of different options
Okay.
back to the next meeting, if that's all right? And-
Yeah.
okay, that'll work.
Okay.
Chair wise in here, would be this style is the recommendation. It's got, you know, good height adjustment and lumbar support and things. For that, they actually did recommend a leather. It is not going to pill like this. We could do fabric as well.
They,
this
so
not
what they recommend is the 3 board chairs should be different than the rest of the chairs, but I mean, we're all equal, we're all the same. So, you know, I don't have a problem with them all being
I think the only reason is for the, I think the main reason is just so
for the public. Yeah, that's true. That's a plus. I didn't think about
Does the
that.
cloth last longer than Naugahyde? Because this is Naugahyde, it didn't last very
It's
long.
plastic, actually.
This is vinyl. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. So, if, there is an option of a chair in, that looks essentially the same where it's tall, and then we can do mediums here. So there's, you know, about a
Okay, that's, okay.
6-inch difference, 6 or 8 inch, just a little bit higher.
And I'd like to do all these chairs in yellow.
Cool.
Yellow leather.
Yeah?
Or yeah, give us the colors.
Yeah, we can come back with a couple
Okay.
options for this one.
Not red, yellow.
Okay,
Yellow.
so if I am understanding, we can kind of, we can move forward with the basement and with the office chairs, Clint's chairs and table, is that correct?
Yeah.
That's estimated at around 28,000,
Yep.
okay, and then we'll bring some stuff.
Does that estimate include all these chairs?
No, this
But
whole
we're
set.
gonna come back with colors on the board.
Oh, it doesn't come, I thought it does come with these chairs. It don't?
Not the boardroom ones.
Okay.
They are roughly $550 each. That's 10 of them, so that's around $5,500.
Wow.
Plus the 7,000 for the table, but if we take the money away from the table, we'll try to save some there.
Do we have, how many chairs we got in here?
10.
Do we have any chairs? Any of our other, they're all like wore out and they're bought,
They're all pretty.
because I was gonna say if there was any good ones, we'd just take them and bring them in here and just leave these alone and just keep what we have, but they're all, I get what you're saying, okay.
Yeah, I think these are the best ones we've got.
Okay.
And we could stagger it and wait until a little bit later next year, or,
Well, why don't you just bring the stuff back and let us see, and then we can decide
Yeah, let's do it.
what we wanna do.
okay.
bring it back.
Anything else on this? Do you have any, I don't have anything else specific. Other than there will be one item, there's an easement vacation through a development that wants to, they need it for some of their, for their plat. And so I wanna bring that on the 5th, if possible, so,
Okay,
That's the election canvas meeting.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay.
but we can
Yeah, we do it
discuss
now.
that.
so the election's next Tuesday, right? It is, yeah.
So December 5th.
If the board has time, we would. there's
No,
a
that's
couple-
fine, just-
There's a couple items, but that would need to be an afternoon meeting, just
That's fine.
to make sure to allow for the.
I'm okay. Are you okay with that?
So will that be the 5th? Mm-hmm. And what time?
Well, that's up to the board. We just recommend it after 2.
I think she said,
And
yeah,
we have a-
afternoon.
You
We
wanna
have
do
an
it?
item on here, we can get into the details of when.
Right.
Oh, we don't have to make it like 6 o'clock. do we?
No, should we do a 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I
That'd
would do
probably
it.
be best,
We do it 2 or 3.
or 3.
Yeah.
Give her time to get, I don't think they guarantee the results in till noon, right?
I thought that was it.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of,
Yeah, I think
And then we have to have it done
have to done that day.
that
So-
day, so you're
So we have
just,
to
you've
have
got
it
a
done that
short
day.
window.
It's either that day or the next day, but
Yeah.
most people are meeting on the 5th, or I think some might even be meeting on the 6th, but
But we're closed on Friday, so
yeah.
unless you wanted to have a special meeting, so.
Oh, we're good. Can
So
do
are
it.
we gonna plan to do it like the afternoon 5th and we'll let you
That,
know?
if that would work well for the staff, if that
Okay.
works for the board.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in.
So December 5th at 3 o'clock, right?
And there is an agenda item, like Trevor said, to just formalize that time later on in the.
Okay, so if you have anything, ooh,
Yeah, it would be,
sorry, I just looked that blind. It's like,
yeah, if the board's okay, there'll be one or two items added on to that.
yeah, I like, oh.
Raymond's working on it.
Yeah, we're getting bids coming to repair or replace.
All right, that is all for my engineering.
Okay, thank you, Trevor. So Raymond, let's do our water.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, the water production summary. Colony water production for the month of October was 113.7 million gallons, or 349.10 acre feet, a 18.14 decrease from 2022. Year-to-date was 1,426.9 million gallons, or 4,379.5 acre feet, a 6.60 decrease from 2022. We have purchased 674.31 acre feet of water from Jordan Valley as of now. The secondary water production for the month of October was 12.4 million gallons, or 38.36 acre feet, a 100% decrease from 2022. Year was 286.5 million gallons, or 879.2 acre feet, a 12.9 decrease from 2022. Call-out report, wastewater combined with water, total number of call-outs 13, 11 being water, 2 being wastewater, 3 service line leaks, total hours 45 hours. Total water 36, wastewater 9. That is your water production report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, Dallas, let's have your collections and sewer report.
Sure. Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple things I wanted to bring to the board's attention. November starts the 30-day public comment period for our wastewater permit renewal.
Okay,
Once that closes, if there's anything to pass on, the management team will bring that to the board. And then, now that we've completed the facility sampling plan with Stantec, we'll move on to the Northrop Grumman local limits evaluation. That's gonna start after Thanksgiving. Collection side, the collections crew just chemically treated 10,000 linear feet for root control within the collection system. We had 7 operators take wastewater exams last week, waiting on those results. And then today is the last day for the RV dump to operate in 2023.
Okay.
That's all that I've
And
got
we've been keeping a record, right, on the RV dump, how,
for daily users.
yes,
correct.
okay.
Has it cut down quite a bit?
Quite a bit, pretty substantial.
I haven't had any complaints at
You're
all.
right.
Yeah, so I mean, there's enough places now that are all actually more convenient, so it should be good.
They can get them a Coke and that while they're keeping.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, okay, hey, thank you. Okay, how about our controller report? Mandy?
Yeah,
Do you got the name tag, that it, is it?
Yeah, we don't have one for Mandy.
Okay, okay.
She's rarely,
I'm a,
it's hard to get Leal to take vacation, so
Okay,
we weren't prepared, but we can get one.
yeah, let's do that, just so we have one.
all right, Mr. Chairman. With the compliance report, we are in compliance. We've highlighted those areas. We do have some like in yellow, for, things that need to be completed that are in the works, as well as we did the trustee training, that's been completed. But everything in yellow and blue have been completed. I don't know if you have any questions about any of those.
No, hey Mandy, can you do me a favor? Can you send my certificate over, or email it over to Jordan Valley Water so they have a copy of it?
Yeah,
Or when Leal gets back, just so they have a copy.
yep.
And I really like this new billing deal.
Yes, the bill is, she's got that, is that in there? Yeah. So she's formatting that, she's in the works right now, it's with our third-party, billing processor.
Yeah.
And they're making sure that the format matches our data file, so that it all matches up and works correctly, so that it's easy to be read. Also, if you'll notice on the back side of the bill, there is that's a new thing. That would be the back side there.
Okay,
That is a new addition that we would add to our bills. We don't currently have that. The info that's on there that we're presenting there is just an example. It's not actual information.
so this will go on the back of the bill.
That would be on the back.
You know what, I really like that.
Yeah, and if there's anything,
And
that's
that
an
way
example.
people can look at their gallon and say, okay, this is what I'm being charged, and if I go over this, this is what I'll pay.
Yeah.
See, and I think that's great.
Yeah, this is not a finalized draft.
That's
for the
great
back.
communication, I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
If you wanted anything else on there, we could add.
Okay,
Yeah.
It was good.
So that's as far as the bill, and then, as far as, the financials,
yes,
the total revenue, as of 9/30/2023 is 18,526,781.63, and the total expenses, are 10,298,445.75 So our overall is, a gain of 8,228,335.88. That is down a little, our revenue has increased a bit
okay,
from last year at the same time, as well as our expenses have increased as well. But overall, have a difference of 3,126,726.
Okay.
Or 762.13. So, and then this is just, all of the itemized info. Looking at the revenue right now, it looks like we are, you can see that we have our actuals and our budgeted.
right.
We're doing well there.
Can I point out something, Mandy?
Sure.
Just, obviously you hear that revenue difference. I think it's important to note that the majority of that is impact fees and
Right.
connection fees. It's not actually user fees. It's not our monthly billing that's explaining that difference. There was actually only a marginal increase in water sales, and so there was a $238,000 roughly increase in actual money received from our customers that we're billing. That majority of those are from developers that are building.
Especially the Little Valley Gateway.
So that money has to be set aside and then get put back towards projects.
Right.
So I just wanted to point that out.
Sure, and there's also an increase in interest. We've had a big increase in our interest with the feds
Right.
hiking up the rates, so. And then our expenses, those there are looking good. We do have, there is an increase in some of that, as you can see, it's a little bit different. There were some cost of living raises, and union raise, and we've also
Right.
added positions. But overall, less than budgeted from last year.
Unfortunately, we're not this small district anymore like we were.
And then, if you look, we have our projects. This number is just towards the projects this year that we have placed.
Right.
And that number is wrong, actually. I'm gonna correct that, at the top. It's actually 4,273,700.
Yeah, because I thought, whoa.
Yeah, that's, that's too low. And then our restricted versus restricted funds, we have the 12 million in restricted. And then our payables,
It's nice having that money in reserves that we have in case we ever have like a major earthquake.
Yeah, we've got a lot of projects that are competing for it, but of
Yeah.
course, we have to prioritize.
I know.
And you want to balance having that emergency reserve
You know me, I don't want to spend any of it.
versus the impact fee portions that need to be spent. So there
Right.
is some of it that we're
Right now,
obligated to
we're
spend.
obligated to spend that, I understand that, but I just want to make sure we, in case of a rainy day.
Absolutely.
yep, and then just if you'll see our payables, those are at $1,993,051. So overall, with our payables and operating projects, we're around 6 million.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, and yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mandy, for your report, appreciate it. Okay, Andrew, let's hear our HR report.
Yes, Mr. Chair and Board. Just a couple things to highlight. First thing is I set this on down by, what this is our safety committee has started doing walk downs, and each month they turn these in. And Kim is compiling as part of our safety committee what they're finding in these inspections that we need to be looking at for repairs or what might flag us if we were to have an inspection come. And our operations managers are now working towards some of these things that have come up in these inspections. It's just an awesome thing to see our employees taking part in the safety program now and helping us become better each month through their inspections.
Yeah, do we do an inspection? Do we do a once a month inspection? Or is it once a quarter we go out and inspect everything, or is it once a month?
once a month.
Okay,
That's what OSHA requires.
okay, awesome.
And so you can see some of the things that have been found, some of the things that are interesting is that they even found stuff here in the admin building that we can be doing better. So that's kind of a neat to have them come in here and a fresh set of eyes, looking in areas that they don't normally work, catching things that when you're here every day you don't see. Is there any questions on this walk down?
No, I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest with you. Does the board have any comments they wanna?
Okay.
No? Okay.
Then the second thing that I'd like to speak about is the board last month asked us to come back with a little bit more planning about that apprentice mechanic position in regards of, tools and reporting. And so we spent some time this month, really digging into what our recommendations would be. And both operations managers, recommend that apprentice mechanic would continue to, we'd stay with the normal organization chart with the mechanic reporting to Steve Clark and to Raymond Mondragon, and the apprentice mechanic also reporting to both of them. As far as tools go, the recommendation is that we will start with an intermediate level mechanic set, which will be stored in a tool chest that we already have in the shop. The apprentice mechanic will be responsible for keeping track and inventory on these tools, and the estimated cost for this intermediate level mechanics tool set is $1,800. We also followed up and we put out there for all employees an opportunity to let us know if there was interest in getting some training with Bob Batt. No other employees.
So did
expressed interest.
did we put a post up and, you know, in all the areas so people, I mean, so they know?
Not the official posting yet, we will be doing.
Okay, okay, you're
We
gonna.
will be posting
okay.
that after we get this all nailed down and the board is happy with what we've come back with.
We wanted to make sure, we were giving some people some cross-training, get an interest, see if it was something they would be interested in. We haven't had anybody respond to that.
Okay.
But then also wanted to get the board's direction on the tools before we made
So
that
this,
official.
and you know, and Jeff can probably comment more on this than I can, but on the tool set, is this tool set a halfway, I mean, decent set?
Yeah.
And it's enough to do what we want?
Well, he wanted to do in the shop for just general maintenance.
Okay, okay.
So both operations managers did look into this, and this is what they agreed would be about the cost for.
Okay,
field
so do we have any tools at any of our other facilities? Like, do you have tools down? Okay. Because that's one of your concerns, wasn't it, about?
Yeah, that's what they
And we
said
do
they
have-
had to.
Each department has its own tools, so.
Okay, okay.
Is there any other questions that the board has at this time about this position?
I don't have, the only thing that I would like to see is I would like to see you guys, if we move forth with this, is to post it just so we have paperwork, support in our, you know,
Yeah,
protecting us.
yes, we'll get it posted for all the union members to have a chance to bid, and we'll go through the proper channels.
Okay,
Very good.
And that's it for the HR report.
okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, let's do item H, our water and sewer availability. A discussion of possibly motion for the development.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Thank you, board and chairman. So this is for Valvoline Instant Oil Change. It's located at 2663 Anna Caroline Drive, West Valley. So that's pretty much near the Winco. So the Winco's, you know, here, you'll see that to the north, their parking lot, and then you have like the dentist office over there. You've got, is it a bank, Maverick? So the site where the
So we're by Quick Quack, right?
Valvoline, yeah, it's actually just west of Quick Quack, taking
It's on
up kind of
56?
the last.
It's on 2820 Parkway, right by Winco.
If you've
Yeah,
been
Winco,
over 56 and 2820, there's a Quick Quack that just got built last year.
God, it's packed all the time.
You've seen that. So the Valvoline will go in directly west of there. It's the last pad out there.
Can't even hardly get into Popeye's chicken, it's so packed.
Yeah, there's Popeyes, that's what that one is. So when this Winco whole area was built, they put in some services at this pad. So from what, you know, it appears they'll be able to use the existing sewer lateral and existing drinking water service. So I would recommend
Approving?
approval.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Valvoline, Osmoda Supply Water and Sewer to Valvoline Instant Oil Change located 2663 Anna Carolyn Drive, West Valley City.
I'll second that.
Did motion second?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now, there's sure a lot of oil places along there, isn't there, along 56? Okay, administration, discussion policy motion to approve these following administration items.
Okay. The first item is the board has historically given holiday gift cards to employees. It's been $75 for several years, and then last year, the board, due to inflation, chose to increase it to $100. We wanted to see if the board wanted to continue that program, and if so, set an amount for consideration.
$100 ought to be enough, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't think staff would recommend anything different, but wanted to get the board's thoughts and.
What do you think? I think it's okay.
I think 100's good.
okay.
I'll make, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the Smith's gift card for the employees for $100.
I'll second that.
Bishop motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the December 5th election canvas certification meeting at 3 o'clock,
On December 5th.
December 5th.
I'll second that.
Did motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So next board meeting will be December 14th at 10 o'clock here at our office. We need to specialize on that gift card, what you can have though.
Ham or turkey?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't
That's
they
what
do
happened
that
mine.
somewhere? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, we
Jordan
appreciate
Valley
that,
did that.
the staff. So,
You told me that.
You okay with that? Yep, the 14th. Okay, let's close this, let's close the open meeting.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to meet immediately in closed meeting to discuss character, professional competence, physical and mental health of an individual, or purchase, exchange, or lease of real property, including any form of water right or water shares pursuant to Utah Code 52-4-204 through 205.
Second that.
Been motion second, all in favor?
Aye. To open the open?
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Consider, motion to approve annual employee goals award.
table, right?
Yes.
For us to make the adjustments.
I thought we can approve it based on the adjustments,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
were we?
yes, go ahead for it.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the annual employee goals award based on the discussed changes that need to be made.
I'll second
Adjustment.
that. Second.
It's been motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Does any other business come up for this body? Nope, don't see none, hear none. Okay, anybody want to make a
I'd like to
motion?
make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Okay,
Okay, it is
it is 1:42.
1:42.